because it tells me, okay, budgeting wasn't there. And I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. I know there are some people who really don't have it. But there are some people who actually got defeated by that. They didn't say, well, okay, let me see what options there are. Let me go there and investigate and all these different things. They just left it there and got comfortable. And I can tell you that because I actually have a person that lives through my corner who still have the blue top, and about 10 of them live in that house that are working. But it's still there. It's still there. And one, which was the sister, even got depressed about it. Like, why our house and why this and why that and why the next? I come from a single parent home where I've watched my mother, certain situations hit us. And when I was younger and could not financially assist her, she revamped at that particular point and said, okay, what can I do? My house can't be leaking for too long. So it all depends on you. How do you look at your glass? Half full, half empty, medium, like you just still, it's just there. So that's something that you have to consider today. That's something that you have to put in your psyche. Where do I see myself? What do I see myself achieving? Who do I see myself having around me? Why? Because as of today, I am a creator. I am accepting personal responsibility for whatever has happened, whatever will happen, and whatever is happening in my life. So that is why Miss B can't accept excuses from anyone. I don't accept excuses from my high school students. I don't accept excuses from my son. I don't accept excuses from you as my college students. And I definitely don't accept excuses from myself. Anytime I feel myself getting into the pity party of, I say, nope, it ain't happening. What is option B? What is option C? Some people say, oh, don't have an option B because you're planning for option A to fail. Teach its own. But sometimes tweaking certain situations cause you to end up with a plan B. Because maybe plan A can't be executed from that angle no more, so you got to come from a different angle. That's still a plan B. It's still not the same A. It is a plan B. So I tell persons, I say, I will use the whole alphabet. And like I said to you, I'm not teaching you anything that I have not done. I will go straight to Z until I figure out which door it is that God wants me to go through, because I will knock and knock, but one day a door is going to open and I need to be ready. I need to make sure that my mindset is first and foremost in the right state to comprehend what is happening. I then need to look at myself as being a creator and not a victim. I then need to evaluate, okay, my surroundings. Is that affecting me? Now, some persons can change certain things and some persons can't. But whatever you consider to be your little space, it could be your room, it could be your car, it could be the bathroom, whatever is your little space, that's yours. And you can't allow anyone or anything to come in there and turn you into a victim with a big V, because you are a creator with a big C. All right? You ain't just a creator, small fry. No. You are a person who makes things happen. You are a person who changes circumstances in your life. You're not going to sit there and say, sigh, hey, well, ain't nothing I could do about that. No, it doesn't happen that way. All right? So in closing, in this case, I became victimized by a force inside of me. Finishing up the scenario that I gave you with the hurricane. In that particular case, when you allow yourself to become a victim with a big V, it starts from inside. It starts from inside. If you do not change your mindset, if you do not look at things from a different lens, you are going to cost yourself. Take my stupid advice. I kid you not. There was something I wanted to read. All right. Here's what I want you to write down for me as well. Successful students. Successful students / individuals. Successful students / individuals. Number 1, they adopt a creator's mindset. Number 1, they adopt a creator's mindset. Number 2, they master a creator's language. Number 2, they master a creator's mindset. Number 3, they make wise decisions.
You're going a little too fast.
Okay, I'll read that again. Number 1, they adopt a creator's mindset. That's number 1. They adopt a creator's mindset. Number 2, they master a creator's language. Master a creator's mindset. Sorry, a creator's language. Sorry. So number 2 again, master a creator's language. And number 3, make wise decisions. Make wise decisions. All right, let me just read it one more time. Adopt, number 1 is adopt a creator's mindset. Number 2 is master a creator's language. And number 3, make wise decisions. Struggling students / individuals. There's another section now. Struggling students / individuals. Number 1, they accept a victim's mindset. They accept a victim's mindset. Number 1, they accept a victim's mindset. And number 2, they use a victim's language. Number 2, they use a victim's language. And number 3, they make decisions carelessly. Number 3, they make decisions carelessly. I'm going to read it again from 1 to 3. Struggling students / individuals accept a victim's mindset. Accept a victim's mindset. Number 2, they use a victim's language. They use a victim's language. Number 3, they make decisions carelessly. They make decisions carelessly. And then I want you to write this down. A victim is a sacrifice. A victim is a sacrifice. So I'm just going to break down quickly the 1 through 3 for each of them. I don't think I have to because I've reiterated a lot, but I'm going to say it again. Adopting a creator's mindset. That's when you choose to think differently. That's where you choose to see things positive and not negative. We don't have time for the negative energy. We don't have time for the negative thoughts. We don't have time for it. If you feel it coming, especially women, if you feel it coming, cast it down. Say, no. I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt. And even if you do, and it proves to be, that's still fine. But don't go into a situation thinking negatively. All right? Mastering your language, your talk must change. The way that you speak to a person that chooses to be negative, you can't join in with that. You have to be a part of the status quo. You cannot be a part of the status quo. You have to be different. You have to separate yourself and say, no, I choose to look at my glass half full and not half empty. All right? And then you have to make wise decisions. You have to stop, think, evaluate, and then decide. And when it comes to being a struggling or victim student or individual, they themselves, you will know their mindset is different. They choose to look at things from the negative. They're always speaking negatively, never want to speak positively, or if they try, then they'll say but or can't. Those negative words is never, or I'll try, I'll see. No, we can't, I'll see. No, I will. Positive affirmation. Then they'll come with a certain kind of language. Like I said, they'll be the ones to say, I'll see. Or I think, excuses. Point blank. Always have an excuse. All right? And then they just up and say, well, okay, this person selling this car. Listen, I need a car. I ain't got no mechanic right now. It working. Everything. Okay, I need that car right now. They ain't thinking about, okay, what are the mechanical issues? They're not thinking about what about this? Or they just jump into any relationship. They'll say, well, okay, listen, right now I need some help. Yeah, so you like me, I like you. Even as adults, yes, I counsel people with this. They just gonna jump into any type of relationship. Believe it or not, they're not thinking about, okay, I need to get to know this person. I have children, so I got to look at how they're going to perceive my kids. Are they going to love them the way that I love them? Are they going to take care of them? If I have to leave my kids at home, could I trust this person? You ain't fully know them, but you want to jump into a situation. Or letting people who you know within your, or not finding out because you don't know the person. They come to you and say, listen, I just want to borrow one quick 20, one quick 50. You ain't thinking about, hey, this person is payback because I really got this bill to pay next month and not coming out of my savings. You just, yeah, man, here, free and nice, good heart. You have to think. You have to evaluate certain things. Not saying you have to be mean, but you have to weigh out certain things. If you have a spare 50 or a spare 20 that you could lend a person, and you don't, if they give it back to you, you don't feel it, then by all means. But you cannot say, I'm going to lend this person this particular set of funds, and at the end of the day, next week when it's bill paying time or rent paying time, you got to look up in your landlord face and say, well, I ain't got it, like the girl say on the video. So, I hope that you guys would have gotten something from this lesson. It's a lot of information in a short space of time to take in. But like I said, this video is going to be posted in the classroom, so you will have access to it to go over your notes and listen to. I hope that you guys would have read over your notes last week. I don't want to hear it because I feel like I can hear the excuses. No, I didn't have a stiff drink, so I ain't prepared for y'all day. I hope that everyone would have been advised. Just a quick reminder, those of you that have done your community service and will do your community service, you have to write a summary at the end of it detailing everything that you did. You have to let me know, okay, my supervisor was such and such a person. I would have done my community service at this particular place. Why did you choose that place? What was your experience like? What all did you do? Things along that kind of line. We're all adults. So you're just giving a basic summary of everything that you did. Where you did it, who you did it with. Would you do it again? Would you advise someone else to go to this particular place? You know, just an overall one-page summary. Don't give me no paragraph. Give me at least a page or two or a page and a half. All right? Because after I've looked at it, the persons in student affairs then go over it and make sure that I've judged you fairly. Okay? So you don't want to give them any reason. If I give you 100, they turn around and give you 75 because they say, well, Miss Battle, she didn't have this or he didn't have that and the next and whatever. All right? All right, so here's your homework. I'm going to say it and I'm also going to post it. Write a minimum of 2 paragraphs. Write a minimum, make sure I write this down. Or if you want to wait until I post it, that's fine as well. Write a minimum of 2 paragraphs explaining a time that you write a minimum of 2 paragraphs explaining a time that you did not accept personal responsibility. I'm not done. I just want to make sure y'all write and get everything. Write a minimum of 2 paragraphs explaining a time that you did not accept personal responsibility for something that happened to you. Write a minimum of 2 paragraphs explaining a time that you did not accept personal responsibility for something that happened to you, and how did you overcome the situation? And how did you overcome the situation? One more time. Write a minimum of 2 paragraphs explaining a time that you did not accept personal responsibility for something that happened to you, and how did you overcome the situation? So that's your homework. 2 paragraphs, Stein hard. All right? So for all of those persons who wanted me to check and make sure that I got their work, I am going to look at that in a few minutes, and I'm going to send you a message to say received. So you just can look out for an email coming back to you to say Rashay and Bethel would have made a comment of some sort under your post. All right? So are there any questions for me in the last couple of minutes? Yes, ma'am.
There's a student who just came in. He haven't came to class yet. This is his first class here. His name is Randolph Dean.
Okay. Do you have contacts for him?
No, he's here. I'm actually sitting in our class that we have every week.
Okay.
I'm sitting in that class.
Give him my number, please.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him I do apologize for changing it up on him this week. I just wanted to try something different.
Okay.
Give him my number. Have him to WhatsApp me so that I can get his information, please.
No problem.
All right. Since you there, WhatsApp me too. I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
Any other questions? Or he has any other questions?
Do you have any other questions?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hi. I can't hear if he's saying anything. Okay, just tell him WhatsApp me. Probably he doesn't want to speak on here. But just tell him WhatsApp me and we can talk. Okay, I see someone else has their hand up.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Vessel, if we didn't write our journal entry for our last class, basically, it'll I can catch up and write two, right?
I didn't get that. Go ahead. If you didn't do the journal entry for last class, can you do it? Can you do it? Can you still do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Might just know that points will be deducted, and the system is gonna tell me that it's late. It's also gonna tell you that it's late. But you can do it. That's it?
No, what are you gonna say again? What I said, the audio for this class thing right now, getting sent inside the group, right?
The audio?
Right, for y'all.
I don't know if anyone recorded the audio, but I'm gonna post the videos at some point today.
All right, then, bless up.
That's Mr. Late?
No, the same one who come late last time.
Oh, I just check it. Any other questions? Anything else? I see hands are up, but I hear nothing. Okay. Mr. Ty.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Today, Miss B, you said community tour is supposed to be done like next week, right?
The community.
Next week on Wednesday.
When I say that, I say that?
I mean, I said the 27 or so, or a little more time.
I thought I said the 22nd.
Oh, no, I just said, I mean, I just said, Miss, I still was doing, I mean, I had to do like some more, like 2 more, but I did get it done on Thursday.
Okay, carry it in. Carry it in and have that discussion with student affairs.
All right.
Alrighty. Anybody else?
Miss Bethel,
Yes.
in,
Oh, sorry, I mute your mic. Wait. Okay, go ahead.
in regard to the assignment, when was it due? The last one the first entry one.
I have to go back and check the portal. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Because I sent that in this morning. That I would mean I'm late if it was supposed to be in earlier.
Yes, honey. Yes, yes.